Now, I understand looking at this sometimes from a fan's perspective. We could be a little bit one-sided in our viewpoint. We could be lacking all the key context and key details, because oftentimes we're just going based solely, entirely off of what is reported, and that is it. And surely some of that is fact, but sometimes that can be leaked by the team in order to benefit their position in standing out there in the public. And other times, what we get is from the player's side, the agent, their representation, and can be made to look them very good. So it can sometimes be hard to know exactly what the truth is, and a lot of times maybe it lands in the middle. But there are some times where you just think it really shouldn't matter. Like, there are certain truths that we hold to be self-evident. And one of those truths that I would think we would hold self-evident is that Khalil Mack is a monster. He's a star. He's a superstar. He is on that short list of very, very best defensive players in the National Football League. I would think that just about everybody, Raiders fan, non-Raiders fan, can agree to that. If I can acknowledge as a Bears fan that I think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the game today, even if you're like a Chiefs or Broncos or a Chargers fan, you would think you could acknowledge that Khalil Mack is a super stud. And when I think of Khalil Mack, to me, in some ways, he was a franchise changer for the Oakland Raiders. Because if you think about it, after that 2013 season, you're in a really, really bad place. The Raiders are picking 5th overall. They don't have a young quarterback. They don't have anything. They have no stars. Still reeling off of the death of Al Davis from a couple of years prior, and also all the damage that Al had done the several years leading up to his death. The Raiders are in a bad, bad way. And they needed somebody to come in and help change things around, to start to move the needle. And you look at that 2014 draft for the Raiders, and it did just that. And sure, quite a bit of that has to do with finding your franchise-type quarterback in the second round in Derek Carr. There's no question. That makes a big difference. But he still ultimately was your second-round pick. Like, if you were that confident and you really truly believed in him and you knew he was going to be that type of dude, you would have taken him 5th overall. You absolutely would have. Screw the evaluation, screw the grading of everybody else, where they rank him on the board, especially because of the position. You don't play games. And if you really truly knew, you take him at 5 and fuck everybody. They didn't, so you could say as much as anything, they lucked out to a degree. And they did. They absolutely did. And that's okay, because sometimes that happens. They still took the right guy. They still made a good decision. But everything to me about that Raiders rebuild starting in 2014 started with that 5th overall pick and Khalil Mack, who at that time, to me, not Jadeveon Clowney, not even Aaron Donald. It was Khalil Mack that was the best defensive player in that draft coming out of Buffalo. I sensed it. I saw it. I knew it. Could quantify it somewhat, somewhat not. Just one of those things again. When you know, you know. And I knew that this dude was going to come into the NFL and wreck shit. And that's exactly what he's done. That's not even to be a knock on Jadeveon Clowney, because he has eventually found his footing and found his role in Houston, and he's become a star in his own right. But Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald are both better players in the NFL over the longevity of things than Jadeveon Clowney has been. And Clowney was the guy taken first. But when you look at Khalil Mack, he is arguably, I don't even know that there's really an argument to be made here, the best player on the Raiders team. Easily the best player on their defense, and just the best player on their team. Is that really up for discussion or debate here? Even if you're a big Carr fan, do you really think Carr is better at what he does in comparison to Khalil Mack and all the things that he could do as a defender? I don't know about all that. And yet here we are, with Khalil Mack entering the last year of his deal. 4 years of being a stud, 4 years of being a big-time player, 4 years of being a top-flight player in the league, being unanimous first-team All-Pro in multiple positions and all of this. Now we're at a point where we're at a contract impasse and Khalil Mack is holding out. I understand from a fan's perspective. I don't know all the details. But really, truly, how hard can this be? Now, maybe some people in defense of John Gruden and McKenzie and the Raiders organization are going to say, how much do you pay a guy like a Khalil Mack, who clearly is a stud, but the defense is still bad even with him? How much money, what percentage of your salary cap do you want to tie into a guy when you have already tied in a sizable portion of salary cap space into your quarterback and Derek Carr, as you should have? Now you want to basically tie up another close to equivalent percentage of the salary cap into a defensive player on, frankly, a bad defensive unit. Does that seem like a wise investment? Is it Khalil Mack's fault that the organization hasn't built a better defense around him? Is it Khalil Mack's fault that the team, frankly, around him isn't better? No, especially this whole time when he's been playing on a rookie deal. It in no way has impacted this organization in any way, and all he's done is produce for them. And I'm sorry, but it's similar to the video I was talking about Aaron Donald. It's not every day you hit on a guy, especially early in the draft. If you hit on him, why the hell would you want to lose him? Yes, you get to the unfortunate business that could be somewhat nasty of having to pay these guys and them taking up a big portion of your salary cap. But to me, when you find a superstar, you don't lose the superstar. Superstars are superstars. They're called superstars in part because they are the very best at what they do, and they also don't come around every day. Like, you have stars and you have superstars, and Khalil Mack is in that superstar category. That's how good he is. Those dudes don't come around all that often. Imagine if a team found one of those every single draft, how much they would wreck the rest of the NFL. Even the teams that draft well might find good, solid players in the first round every year, might find a couple of stars, but maybe only once in a while find a superstar. The Raiders, after so many years of incompetent drafting and incompetent team building, starting in 2014, changed the entire culture of that organization, and it all started by having Khalil Mack fall into their lap at 5th overall. He has done everything you could ask for. He has been a stud consistently 4 years. Pay the man. If your organization, your talent evaluation team, your scouting department, your general manager, your head coach are worth their weight, especially Gruden and McKenzie, especially what you're paying Gruden, then you can figure out the rest of the defense. There is no excuse for not getting this Khalil Mack contract done. You have a team coming off of a disappointing season. You have a new head coach, a new regime in there. And we're hearing John Gruden hasn't talked to him in months? The fuck is going on here? I've seen some people speculate that they might want to trade Khalil Mack. Why would you want to trade a superstar? I don't care if you get 3 first-round picks for him. Even if you sit there and say, in theory, well, you know, we get 3 first-round picks for him, we're bound to find a superstar. Look how many first-round picks you had over the preceding decade before you took Khalil Mack 5th overall in 2014, and tell me how many of them became superstars. You literally might not find a superstar in the first round, but once a damn decade. And you got him. And now you want to play games and fiddle fuck around and not pay the man? You did the work necessary to get the right guy by sitting back and letting him fall into your lap. You didn't overthink it. He was there. You took him. And you never looked back. It's not just Derek Carr that kind of changed the culture of the Raiders organization. It is Derek Carr in lockstep and in combination with a better player at what he does and freaking Khalil Mack. The Houston Texans already took care of Jadeveon Clowney. They took him #1 overall. They weren't playing around. They got it done. And for that, I salute them. They found a young star that they want to build their defense around after taking him high. You keep him. And don't even bring this into the equation as a possible situation. And maybe Khalil Mack is asking for the moon. But damn it all, at least get him into the orbit of the damn thing and get the deal done. It just shouldn't be this hard. Superstars should be paid like superstars. And if your organization is worth anything a crap, then you figure out how to build the rest of the team around them. Period. There's no excuse for this. The Raiders need to stop fiddle frickin' around, get their heads out of the sand, and get Khalil Mack signed and into camp now.